Year's 1993. And we're going to talk about Red Rock West.
Did I do something? I look up and it's staring at me.
Oh, that hot beef jerky just messing with me right now. I am Brian Lee. To my right is
Christopher Lee.
To my left is
Bram.
Very good. Search the Twitter and social media handles accordingly.
They'll be down here.
Oh,
It's probably gonna be like way off, but whatever.
it's right.
So another 1993 movie. I'm gonna open this beer.
Yeah.
What beer is this?
Brand, you bought it.
I did.
Read it. Read it.
Omegang? Mm-hmm. 3 philosophers.
Sound it out.
Use your words.
3 philosophers. Quadruple ale. It's 98% ale and 2% ale with cherries added.
That's right.
Oh boy.
Oh my God. Really?
The reason I bought it because you have to do this.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounded
really?
good. Yeah. Well, I was like, yeah.
It's fancy.
Yeah.
It's like champagne.
Did you just become the?
We're thinking the same thing right now and be so happy.
Hold on. The SNL Continental.
Oh no.
Oh, Christopher Walken.
Oh, I was thinking of the guy who won the Academy Award for the piano. Who was the
Adrian Brody?
No. Oh wait.
He was in the piano, I thought.
No,
No, it's the pianist.
Yeah.
The piano.
Pianist, yeah.
But it was like some really
I know what you're talking
overzealous-
about. I was thinking of
And everyone's like, he's foreign. He's like, I kiss it.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
All right.
I didn't get any of those references.
No, Christopher Walken, the Continental.
He is an actor,
SNL.
yes.
Yes.
Shh, quiet.
Ready? Ooh,
Hey.
Look at that. I have a sex with the about it. What?
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. Straight from the beginning, I do not have many notes on this.
Really?
Yeah.
This one, I have the most notes
And
I've ever.
Yeah, I've got some
I will
notes.
say though, I believe I didn't write it down, but I should have. I believe this has a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's like critically acclaimed. So yeah,
I saw it was like an
I'll double
it's
check.
called like an action/indie. I saw something like that.
It to me it had a very David Lynch feel to it,
Yeah, I
but
can
not
see
so
that.
like bonkers
Right?
weird.
Yeah. I'm very excited for this beer.
Mainly,
feature.
I say it because it was like a noir. With
yeah,
like, Red Rock
Keep
West.
talking while I'm pouring.
Yeah, 95%.
The bottle told me to pour slow, so I'm doing
Yeah,
that.
the
95%.
yeast sediment. That's interesting.
And I'll even skip ahead. Budget for this was $8 million, which is actually pretty low.
Yeah. Wasn't it the last
Wow,
one?
8
Was
million?
it? Last one was
10, I thought.
Last one, 17
What
million.
the fuck? I'm spilling all over myself.
God, my house.
Well, I spilled on me.
Yeah,
not you.
Amos and Andrew was 17?
Yeah.
Wow. About 10% right. Oh, because I guessed 10. That's why that's on my brain.
Yes. Oh,
So they
crap.
took that 10 and then made
That
this
doesn't
movie.
matter.
That's you.
Oh, here, take the big one. Oh, let's get Brandon drunk.
Oh, you're not driving.
Oh, that's true.
Get wasted. So this one opens up with
One-handed push-ups.
not yet. So it's like they said what kind of car it was, didn't they? Oh no, they talked about
Dennis.
Dennis Hopper's car.
Yeah. Oh, he just lives out of his car right now.
Right.
Well, that's what I got from
And here's
this.
the thing. So like it shows like this car on the side of the highway and a barefoot, not like a bear's foot, but a foot with no soccer shoe on it, opens the door. I thought it was a lady's foot.
I could see that.
Kicks open the door and it's Nick. And they're also in West Wyoming.
Yes.
So they, he's getting out of his car. He's very sleepy and dirty looking. He puts like a knee brace on his leg, which will come into play later in the movie a couple times.
Yep.
And then he's shaving shirtless by a windmill.
Yeah.
And then he's doing the one arm push ups in the middle of the road.
Yes.
Naturally.
Hold on that thong. Ooh.
Yeah.
There's like a banana-y-ness to it.
Oh boy, here it comes.
That's right. Get back in there. Yeah, so he's doing the one-arm push-ups in the middle of the road. And then he shows up to an oil. Yeah, banana, right? No? Yeah, fuck me, right?
This is going to be so exciting for the audio
Like, you know
listeners.
what a banana is?
So he shows up to an oil rig.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
Which
he
reminded me of Arsenal. Or, I mean, it wasn't an oil rig, but
Right.
the boss was in an RV. I mean, that's-
Yeah, so he goes
Trailer.
he goes to the foreman's trailer. And he's like, and I guess his buddy got him the job interview.
yeah,
Well, Nick Cage
Yeah.
thought he had the job.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the guy's like, oh, because he had to fill out like application. Yeah, yeah. And he's like, I thought I had it. And the guy's like, oh, it's just a formality. Which I thought Nick Cage had an accent in the
He did.
beginning.
He did.
It kind of did it go
And then
away?
lost it,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Thank you. I'm like, did I miss something here?
I'm out of
Yeah,
here.
my second note is we have another accent that comes and goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because they make the point that he drove like 1,200 miles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, and he's like, oh, I thought I had the job. And they're like, oh, it's just a formality. But then, like, the boss finds out he has a bum leg.
Well, Cage told him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the guy's like, why'd you tell him?
Right.
And
Yeah, his
Cage,
buddy.
Yeah, and
His-
the Cage was like, oh, he was going to find out anyways.
Right. He's like, but then you would have had the job. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's the principle of it.
Yeah.
Mike is his name.
Nicolas
Nick Cage.
Cage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mike.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
So then he drives off and his gas tank's on E already.
Yes.
So then he pulls up to the gas station. He has $5.
Well, on his way to the gas station, he's at freakout.
It was a mini freakout.
Yeah, well, it was a mini because there's really not too many in this one, but that was the first like one that he had in this, and I was pretty happy about that. Because he slammed his hand.
punched like the roof of the car.
Right. So he shows up, looks, and he has only $5.
Which in 90, what,
I was
94?
right, but it
would
must have been at least
buy-
4 gallons. At least, because I think if gas, especially Wyoming, can't be too high because it's in the middle of Wyoming. So what, maybe a buck?
That'd be my guess.
Right.
I'll look up what gas was in 94.
Yeah. I was like, man.
So he goes, so the gas station already kind of looks pretty abandoned.
Yes.
So like he goes inside, he's like, hello, anyone here?
Yeah.
And like no one's answering. And then he walks behind the counter and he sees like a cash box full of money, but he doesn't take it.
No.
And then all of a sudden a guy emerges from the door. Why he emerges then, not when he said, not when Nicolas Cage is like, no one here.
Because it looked like if he would have taken the money, the guy would have caught him.
Right.
You know, so I think that's what they were trying to do, trying to play that kind of angle.
Right. So the owner walks out and he's like, can I help you? He's like, oh, I need gas, $5 worth. So then and it's like, it's not a self-serve station, it's where they gas you up.
Yeah.
So while he's gassing him up, he's like, they don't make them like they used to, talking about Nick Cage's car or whatever. He's like, oh, what are you doing out this way? And he's like, oh, I'm looking for work. And he goes, oh, you should try going to Red Rock. There's a bar with the same name. Usually all the people who work at the oil rig over that way, they go to that bar, maybe you can get in tight with them, get a job.
Yep.
So, because he sees the Texas. Oh, no, I'm sorry. So then he
heads on his way.
heads on his way, pulls up to the Red Rock bar, and then there's a bartender, Wayne,
Yes.
who looks familiar.
He's been in a bunch of stuff. I don't remember his name, but he's been in a bunch of stuff. Whenever in movies, it's always so nostalgic whenever I see people like being allowed to smoke in bars.
Right.
Yeah, it's like,
I
man,
do
that's
not miss
crazy.
that.
When I used to smoke, we could still smoke in bars.
Right.
That's like right when I quit is right when they stopped.
That's why you quit.
It could be.
I don't know if that's the
No,
case.
I quit. I just couldn't. It was too. I couldn't do it anymore. But I thought it's very interesting because whenever I see it, I'm just like, man. I remember like back like that used to be so great. When I smoked.
So Wayne, the bartender, he sees the Texas license plate, and first thing he said. So Nick Cage walks in, and Wayne goes. I thought you were supposed to be here last Friday. And Nick Cage is like, and he goes, well, you want the job? And Nick Cage is like, yeah. So then they go into the back office. Now, the first thing that
Well, Cage is like, he's like, Wayne, right? And he's
Right,
like,
'cause
yeah,
he sees the sign.
yeah. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah. He's like, Lyle. And the kid's like, yeah, I'm Lyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
So then they go into the back office. And the first thing that I've noticed within the first two interactions is no one can light their own cigarette.
Yeah.
Because like at the bar, he lights Mike's cigarette, and then the back office,
Yeah.
Nick Cage lights Wayne's cigarette. I'm like,
Just being polite. Just being polite.
okay. So then Wayne plops a bundle of money on the desk. He's like $5K now, $5K when it's done.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, okay, right on. I'm on board.
Yeah.
And then, so we come to find out that Wayne wants Nick Cage to kill his wife,
Yes.
Suzanne.
Yes.
So he's like, yeah, I'll give 5K now, 5K, when you do the deed. He's like, all right. So then he leaves, and then the next scene is him just glassing.
Yes.
Watching the wife Suzanne riding a horse, whatever, and then
One of those things.
And then all of a sudden we see a hunky boyfriend
Yes.
right there, and
All right.
that's all I got. Hunky
Well, I've
boy.
heard it right now. This is a very slow paced. This is a slow burn kind of movie. That's what I get from this.
This was
Also like an hour and 40.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, and this one definitely takes its time. That's how I felt, even though it's not super long.
Did you fast forward it all?
No, I went through the whole thing, but it's like it gets to. It just, like I said, it takes its time to get to where it needs to go. So, like, if you're expecting like a super fast paced movie, this is not it.
Yeah.
So then after he's done kind of like peeping on those two, it kind of flash forwards to Suzanne arriving at their huge fucking house.
Yeah.
And she like walks home, pours herself a drink, and then she looks in the corner and there's Nick Cage.
Yeah, just in the corner. Similar to was it Zandali?
Yes,
Where
he's
he's sitting in the corner? Yeah.
with less
And-
Zydeco music.
And was he in the corner in Deadfall too? At the bar?
He was just sitting behind
in
him.
the background? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, and he's sitting there with the gun, and then he kind of explains like what's going on. He's like, "Oh, my husband, or your husband, my husband, your husband
wants me to kill you."
Yeah, and he is jealous. Yeah, like your husband hired me to kill you, and yeah, he's giving me 5K now, 5K later, blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden, she's like, "I'll double it for you to kill him."
And she is super polite.
Right.
She's like, "Oh, would you like a drink?"
Oh yeah.
Like that kind of thing.
yeah.
I'm like, man, for somebody that's like thinking she's gonna like get shot, she just seems very relaxed with it all.
I assume she was just doing that. Yeah, because you're right. I think she thought she was gonna kill
Right. She
her.
doesn't know that Nick Cage won't do it.
Yeah, but I assume like she was just trying to buy time. Like, if I buy him a drink, he won't kill me right now.
Yeah.
So,
Lara Flynn Boyle.
Yes.
That's who that was.
what else is she in?
She was in Men in Black. Which one was that? Because I remember because she was that alien.
Yeah. I can look it up one second.
She was the alien. I think Men in Black 2.
Oh, I never saw that one.
It wasn't bad.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, they're not bad. They're not great movies. People love them, but
Men in Black 2.
People love them?
I'm sure.
The second one?
I'm sure.
I'll make your neck work.
Well, because they made the third one, so the second one must have been
Seventh
good.
grade, we had to do a choreography for health or something like that. I don't know why. So then the one,
Nice.
the one,
Like, what's cool?
the one group that I was in, we did Men in Black.
I'm sorry.
What kind of choreography? What do you mean?
Like, I don't know, you had to like
dance
you had
moves?
to like dance to like or like put together like a little.
Why
thing.
is this in?
I don't know why it was like a family health class. Like, it's like
My family health class, they just showed us pictures of like gonorrhea and stuff.
If what?
Gonorrhea?
Oh, really?
It was really weird. The guy.
Did you ever go to the Robert Crown Center?
No, I don't think so.
okay. They like separated the girls and the boys.
No, they didn't bring us to health class. They're just like, hey, this is how you make babies. This is what gonorrhea looks like. Good luck. And then boom, you're out. That's about it.
Yeah. And actually, I didn't even go to it wasn't even the class that I was in. It was a class that I was like I had to like drop off something to the teacher, and like there's like this guy like, this is how you put a condom. He's like putting like a condom like on a wooden dick, and I'm like, I'm lost. Back on track. So at this point, Nick Cage has like $15,000.
Well, yeah, and I'm thinking, I'm like, I just was hoping they would keep upping the offer throughout the entire movie.
That's what I thought.
I'm like, this is gonna be great. And then Nick Cage just leaves
Take
at
all
the
the
end.
money.
Yeah.
So with this abundance of money, what's he do? Stocks up on gas, bread, Fritos, and beer.
Hell yeah, man.
He goes grocery shopping at a gas
station.
station.
Yeah. That's pretty great.
So that, and then after the bill was like $119 or something like that.
Yeah.
So then he writes a letter to the sheriff, just like, hey,
Yeah.
I think so-and-so is trying to kill the wife and she's trying to do the same.
Right.
This is not a joke.
Yeah. Which when you put this is not a joke, it does get taken seriously.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Yes.
of course.
So then he starts leaving town with no headlights on. I don't know if you guys caught that.
I didn't
Oh, no,
catch
I
that.
didn't.
Yeah, no headlights on. And then while he's leaving Red Rock, he sees a car pulled off onto the side, and then a guy in the middle of the road.
Yeah,
And it's
right in the middle.
and it's raining
it's
a
raining.
lot.
Yeah,
and
it's super
it seems
raining.
like his wipers really blow.
Yeah. But still, he jumps out in the middle of the road, that one
Right.
guy, and of course Nick Cage is just like poof right into him.
Right.
And it went like the
Clearly doesn't have anti-lock brakes.
No. It's an old car.
Just locks right into him.
That
Yeah.
old car's worth money. So yeah, he hits the guy, and then I think he has like a really weak pulse, and he's just like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm gonna get you."
Yeah, which I would help him, but with what's happening to Nick Cage, he should just go. Just
Dude, never return back to the scene of the crime.
exactly, just go. Like that's not my stance on it, but for the movie, for everything that's
No,
happened.
never return back to the scene of the crime.
Oh, okay.
After being given 15,000 or whatever.
Well, yeah, it's like, come on, dude. Like, you never have to be back.
I've had
here.
enough of this town.
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
Go
all
on,
this
take the money
craziness
and
that's
run.
happened.
Fuck. So takes the guy, goes back to Red Rock to the ER. He's like, where's the doctor? He's got him like, over his shoulder. He's like, what happened? And he's like, I fucking hit him with my car.
Yeah, he puts him on a stretcher that's just right there, so that's
Yeah,
fine.
and the doctor's like, he's got a weak pulse. I'm going to talk to you later.
Yeah, don't you go anywhere. So
Yeah.
Nick Cage, it seems like he hung around for maybe like 20 minutes. I don't know how long. It seemed like he was there for a while. He's like, well, guess I should go.
Right.
And right when he goes to the doctor, shows up after like a surgery or whatever they had to do with the guy.
Right.
But yeah, the doctor stops him. He's like, where are you going? Nick Cage's like,
I
I'm
gotta
just
move
going to
my car.
move my cars in the red zone.
Right. And then as he's trying to leave, 2 cops show up.
Yeah.
Like, "Mwah, we got some questions, see? And he's like, oh, why? And he's like, well, like, what's the deal? Like, I brought him in. He's like, because we found these.
Yeah.
And it's 2, like, bullet.
Yeah, bullets, I think.
Yeah.
Bullet nubbins. Like,
Yeah.
like, we found these in his stomach. And he's like, what? Like,
Yeah, that part was weird.
yeah, it was weird.
So how did that happen?
The bullets?
How they
Yeah.
find,
I could say, but I don't know if we want to. Because if I tell you how it happened, it's going to kind of spoil
like
the
how they find the
rest.
bullet casings?
No, how did
he get shot?
We'll just wait till we.
Yeah. Because if I say
No,
how,
I know.
okay,
Yeah.
because I don't want to spoil.
Yeah, because I thought it was one thing, but that was another thing.
Right. Yeah. So, and then the thing.
So then, so they're like, oh, you got to wait around. The cops say to what's his face, Nick Cage, Mike.
Yeah. And then one of the cops is like, "Oh, the sheriff said he'll be here."
Right.
And the other guy's like, "Why'd you call him?"
Right.
So it seems like they're kind of okay with the sheriff, but they really don't think they need him.
Right.
Type thing.
And so the sheriff shows up, and the sheriff,
it's
Wayne, the fucking bartender.
Who tried to get his wife killed?
yes.
He's like, oh,
Nick Cage sees him and he's like, "What?"
yeah, right. I'm sure it was Wayne. So Wayne's like, oh, I'll take him back to the station. And then Nick Cage is like, well, why don't you just let me go and we'll just forget this whole thing ever happened.
Yeah, when he's driving him.
Right.
Yeah.
So then Wayne just like, and just like pulls the fucking car off the road.
Yeah,
probably to make it look like,
That was my guess.
That
Cage
Cage
was an accident.
grabbed the wheel or
Right.
something. Yeah.
So then, but this is like where it gets kind of weird for me. So like they're both sitting there, and then doesn't he give him the?
Yeah,
He sets the keys on the dashboard, right, for the handcuffs.
Yep.
But then Nick Cage like kicks him in the face. Like, he was gonna let him go.
Yeah, because like Nicolas Cage grabs the keys, he's just holding them, and then he like kicks Wayne, falls, opens the door, falls out.
Right.
But he's still like attached.
Yeah. The only thing I could think of is he didn't think he was going to be let go. That's the only thing I could think of, because you guys are right. It looks like he was going to be let go, but who knows what they were really trying to show there.
Right.
It's a little confusing, but it still kind of played okay.
Yeah, because then Nick Cage books it, and then Wayne starts shooting at him.
Yes.
While he's running through the forest.
Well, and Cage was able to get the sheriff's revolver.
Yes,
so he's got the revolver, but
Right.
the sheriff still has
Grabs
a rifle
from
Right.
him.
Yeah.
his
Yeah,
vehicle.
there's like a gunfight in the fucking forest.
Yeah, not very long, just a little back and forth.
Right.
And then,
And then Nick Cage is running. He like trips over like a fallen tree.
Yeah.
And then he re-hurts his like bum knee.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
he falls to like kind of rolls in the street in a road.
yeah, so he rolls onto the road.
Yes.
This is parts.
And then a car almost hits him like
inches.
And and then guy gets out of the car and is like, oh, I almost clocked you or knocked off your rocker or whatever the fuck.
Dennis Hopper.
Yeah, it's Dennis Hopper.
I love Dennis Hopper.
I like Dennis Hopper.
So good.
Agreed.
Wasn't he the guy? Was he the villain in Speed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who else would be?
Dennis Hopper is who it would be.
That's what I'm saying.
That's right.
Hot Whiz Pop Shot. Pop Quiz Hot Shot.
He was also the villain in Waterworld with Kevin Costner.
Yes.
He was also...
He was in
Save Me.
Save Me. Blue Velvet,
Yep.
which I never
David
saw,
Lynch.
but David Lynch movie.
I've never seen Blue Velvet.
It's supposed to be really good.
Oh, well. So were a lot of other movies.
Yeah.
He should
And
be.
I'm probably missing out.
I don't know why I just thought of it, but I just pictured him as being the dad in Kindergarten Cop.
Was he?
No, he
No.
wasn't.
Oh, I was
just
gonna
pictured
say.
him. Like, no, he's my boy.
He played him real
That's what I'm
well.
saying.
Let's see if I can find out what else he was in.
All right, yeah, so
he decides he's like, oh, because Nick Cage's like, oh, can you give me a ride?
Right.
But also it should be noted that that Dennis Hopper's car has a Texas license plate.
yes. Yeah, so
Dennis Hopper was also an Easy Rider.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Duh.
And then everything else we said: Blue Velvet, Waterworld, Speed, and Crash.
Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah, all
We gotta
these,
start a petition
all these other
to
ones
get
aren't
him
good.
credited for that.
Can we change his Wikipedia?
All right, so they're dumb. The guy gives him a ride. And
Dennis
they're-
Hopper.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. And they're driving.
Lyle.
Yes.
Well,
We find out Dennis
we come to
Hopper
find out
is
that-
Lyle.
yeah,
You're
we find
right.
he's Lyle.
Right.
So, but Cage doesn't know that yet. He's just like, this is a guy that's giving me a ride, and they're going.
They find out they're both Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, they have like a connection. They're like, oh, we're buddies. Yeah, this is
We
great.
got matching tattoos.
Right, and then of course they turn and they drive back in to Red Rock.
Right. And he's
Again.
like, oh, yeah. He's like, oh, you know.
Yeah, this is the first time they go back. He goes. Nick Cage ends up going back to Red Rock.
Right.
They had, kind of had words that just turned into blah, blah.
Because one, Nick Cage's like, oh, what are we doing here? He's like,
Right.
He's like, I got some. I wish I had a good Dennis Hopper impression. I
he's got it. Yeah, very
I got
unique.
some business and I want to buy you a drink. That's a terrible Dennis Hopper impression.
No, keep going with it.
Yeah. And Nick Cage, he's like, I want to get out of here because he
well,
knows.
And this is where we find out Dennis Hopper is the hired,
Right.
the hired
Right.
guy. So then.
Yeah, because he tells the bartender, he's like, I was supposed to be here last Friday.
Right.
You tell
Right.
Wayne that I'm
Business with
here.
Wayne, right.
So then Nick Cage's like, oh, I got to go to the bathroom.
Well, no, before all that,
Oh, they have a shot of Jim
Lyle.
Beam and a bottle of Bud.
Yes.
$6.50 for 2 beers and 2 shots.
That's fucking awesome.
$6.50.
You know what? Here's the thing, though. Hold on. When we went to Iowa, we were in, I think,
just noises.
when we were in Burlington, Iowa, and I forget, we were like super pumped because like for a beer, it was $3. It was something super
wow.
cheap. But then the guy who our cousin married, we're like, dude, fucking $3. You know, that's awesome. He's like, oh man, we were somewhere earlier, and he was like, Like, oh man, it was like $4. I'm like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He's like, no man, in some parts it's like $1.75. And I'm like, what? Dude, I was like looking on Redfin, like holy shit! Like beer is currency in these parts.
Yeah, the only time I see beer like that cheap is a college town. That's it,
dude.
That's it.
No,
you have to be in college. Really?
Iowa, dude.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like there's like zero.
Well, and I
property
assume
tax.
Wyoming is a similar rural state. They
Right.
probably have some cheap beer.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure now it's still kind of cheap, but in 1993, 2 shots and 2 beers were $6.50.
That's fucking awesome.
That you could, if you go downtown Chicago, you can get a beer for $6.50.
Oh no,
it's man.
you live there.
Interesting. Yeah, probably a cheap beer, and then after like tip and tax, yeah, it's over $6.
It's crazy.
You don't need to tip. It's good. It's implied. Bring me a piece of pie.
What's the percentage? 9.7. There we go.
So then, while they're at the bar, Dennis Hopper's like, oh, is your boss here? He's like, no, he's out. He's like, oh, well, can you call him for me? He's like, yeah, I can do that. So, and then Nick Cage's like, oh, I got to go to the bathroom.
Yep.
So then, while he's in there, Wayne shows up. And he's like, did you pick up a guy just outside of town? He's like, yeah, I did. And he's like, oh, let's go in there. He's like, oh, he's in the bathroom. So right when they go in the bathroom, we see that Nick Cage has escaped through the window.
Yes.
There's a mini... When Nicolas Cage first goes to the bathroom, he's kind of a mini freak out, like, oh shit, Wayne's going to come and I'm here and this is going to be bad. And he has a mini Nick Cage freak out and he punches the light bulb. And I thought that was weird. I was like, that seems painful.
He just would have said lights out or something like that.
Yeah, goes through the window and then there's like a little tiny like ladder-ish type thing that brings him up to the roof.
A reverse fire escape.
It wasn't like
it's utility ladder.
Yeah, exactly. Utility
Reverse
ladder.
fire escape.
Yeah.
It's my first day. Sorry, everybody. A water escape.
I want to go to the fire. This is all I ever wanted.
This metal ladder is very hot. Ow.
Cobras. So then, while they're like looking for him, Wayne and Lyle, Nick Cage finds this 2x4.
Yeah.
And he's just he puts it on top of this like delivery truck and then like does like this.
Yeah, from like the roof to the truck.
Right.
Yeah,
So
the truck is in the parking lot of the bar.
And he's like doing like this tightrope act.
Yeah.
It looked like it was 4 steps. 4 or 5 steps. Boom, boom, boom. You're on it. Like even if he got
he was taking his time though.
Well, even if he had like 2 steps, he could have like kind of got on it.
Yeah.
Well, but yeah, because it's funny because like while he's walking it, like Dennis Hopper's like right there in the foreground. He's like looking around.
Yes.
It's very Tom and Jerry.
Yeah,
like,
the other guy, the sheriff too.
Yeah,
Right.
Wayne.
He's always looking. He's like looking around. They're both facing the wrong direction.
Right.
So it's like, okay.
So then he makes it onto the truck, on top of the truck, and then the truck drives off. And then while they're, it's driving for a while, Nick Cage knocks on the window from the roof, and the driver's like, "Bah!"
Driver freaks out.
Yeah, freaks out.
Understandably,
Yeah,
Right,
of course.
there's a mysterious hand fucking knocking on the window. Sorry. And then the guy pulls out a gun. He's like, "What are you doing on my truck?" He's like, "Oh, I was just, trying to get away from my wife."
Yeah.
He's like, "Bullshit." He's like, "You don't know my wife." He's like, "Yeah, still don't believe you."
Yeah.
And how'd that get resolved?
He.
Oh, he's like, "I'll give you a ride."
Yeah. Well, he's like, "I don't believe you. Don't believe you." Nick, he's like, "Get off from down up there." So Nick Cage gets down, and Nick Cage, these guys like, "Get in here." He's like, "Where do you want to go?" Kind of thing. So the guy at the end kind of believes it's his wife.
Right.
He's like, "Yeah, I got a thing. I gotta take care of. Can you drop me off here?"
Business to take care of.
Which I'm just like, dude, leave.
Nick Cage or
Nick
the
Cage.
truck driver?
Nick Cage, leave.
And the truck driver.
Yeah, both of them. Get out of there. Like, go
to Canada.
Yes, it's another opportunity for Nick Cage to leave, and he'll be perfectly fine. But it doesn't happen.
The truck driver drops Nicolas Cage off at Suzanne's ranch.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
And when he drops him off, he says, "Good luck, Spider-Man."
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
this.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like, wow, wow.
Stupid. So then Nick Cage like sneaks back in through. Oh, she's starting to pack her bag.
Yeah.
And then Nick Cage sneaks in through a window, a la Valley Girl.
Yeah.
And he explains everything that's going on. He's like, I didn't kill your husband.
Yeah.
Or I didn't whack off your husband.
Which I don't get. Like, she's packing her bag now.
Right.
Now.
Right.
It's how long has it been?
It hasn't been that long.
Yeah, I think Nicolas Cage was supposed to have killed her that day.
Right,
I think it's now nighttime.
Well, say it's like 1 or 2 in the afternoon when he's supposed to kill her.
Yeah.
And she's leaving. She's getting ready at 7.
Wait, when did it
or
happen?
6?
Because remember, at some point, didn't Wayne call the house? And the wife answers the phone.
That's right. And he's like, yeah.
It's right at this scene when Nick Cage comes back.
Oh, that's
Right.
this.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Wayne calls the house,
Yeah.
and the wife picks up. She's like, "Hello."
Yeah.
and he
hangs
doesn't
up
say
right
anything.
away.
He's like, "Whoa."
Yeah, hangs up.
Picking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he explains the whole situation to the wife, Suzanne, and that hunky boyfriend.
And then
was shot.
he screams. This is one of the freak guys. Like, he's been shot.
Yes.
He screams it right in her face.
Right.
It's pretty great.
Hit by Nick Cage. What?
Huh?
I don't know.
What do you got? What does it say?
It says hunky BF was shot! ! Hit by Nick Cage? Question mark?
The BF was hit by Nick Cage.
So we can. Is this the point where we can talk about it?
No.
No. Okay.
And then Dennis Hopper shows up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm gonna get you guys. I'm gonna get you guys.
Yeah.
Hot Whiz.
But they're able to. Nick Cage finds some like statue.
Was it a shoe?
No, it was like a little statue.
Yeah. It seemed like it had some weight.
Yeah, it did because he took it.
Shoe.
And it's
I think I got a text and I looked down and I'm like, oh, what did he throw at?
no, it was like it was like a heavy like statue.
That would be funny if it was an Air Jordan. It'd be very literal.
So instead of like walking up and just bashing him, because like it wasn't really. I don't know how he like was able to like take it and just chuck it at him.
Yeah, so that was the whole thing. We kind of skipped over that, but. Dennis Hopper, he arrives, so Nick Cage and Suzanne are like, oh, we need to hide.
Yeah, that's right.
But they run the
him.
bathwater.
Yeah.
So Dennis Hopper's like, oh, she's in the bath.
right,
So he
that's right.
slowly like walks to the bathroom, and then once he gets in, Nicolas Cage throws the statue at him.
He goes
hits
over
him, nails him right in the head.
Right, and then Hopper's down, and then Cage jumps on him and just pops him.
Just one punch KO, apparently.
And, and then they're out there, and then another. Why aren't they just leaving?
Yes.
That's another one.
So he's like, I'm getting out. Nick Cage's like, I'm getting out of here. And then the wife, Suzanne, is just like, I'm going with you.
Yep.
So then she's like, I got a Jeep like behind the barn. So then
this is when she starts using her feminine wiles to seduce Nick Cage. I really like using feminine wiles. I just think it's funny.
So they get in the Jeep and this fucking gas tank is also empty.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, oh, story of my life.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they go to fill up.
Yep.
They head right to fill up, and so he does that, and then they get to do they go to a bar after they fill
Yes.
up? Okay.
Yes.
And that's where she's like, I love tequila.
Yes. And because he's like, because she's like, I love tequila.
Yeah.
She goes, maybe we should go to Mexico. She goes, ever been there? Yeah. What's it like? Hot. Sounds perfect.
I hate heat. I would. That's not what I would like.
Hot. Sounds perfect.
Yeah, I love
really?
it. Let's go. Yeah.
Like, oh, the weather's really nice. No, hot as fucking. So then,
she gets drunk.
Yes.
Right now,
Yes.
she gets drunk, and then he's like, "Okay, let's go," type thing, and she's like, why don't you like? Don't you like me? And she kind of like let's.
No, that's back at the.
Oh, that's right.
They decided to go to a comfort inn.
Yeah,
Yes.
because it was right there. She's like, "Oh, let's go to the Comfort Inn." And he's like, "Okay," but didn't in the beginning say we have no money?
Well,
No, he has $80 or whatever.
right.
Because they stop by a gas station.
Yeah.
Well, when she asks how much money he has, he's like $5,
Right.
and she's like, "Let me see your wallet."
No.
No.
He
Are
says
you
he has
sure?
80
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I must have missed that.
She does
But
take
I
the
think it's
walk.
also
Yeah,
while they're at the bar, Wayne wanted her killed because she had like settlement money from like her first husband.
That's
or
right.
something like?
Yeah. She had all this money from it, and if she just dies naturally, he gets nothing.
Oh, yeah.
But if she dies like under weird circumstances, or a murder or whatever, then he gets the.
So they leave the bar wasted. They go to the Comfort Inn. Some hanky panky happens.
Yes.
His chest hair was very lengthy, if I recall. It was like Velcro almost.
Good for him.
She also said, I think it's in this scene, she says, married is just a state of mind, which I thought was super fucked up.
Right.
It's like,
Because it's not. It's like a legally binding
that's
contract.
that's where my mind was like, no, legally that's a thing.
So then they devise this plan to go steal her money back,
Yes.
which is at the Red Rock Bar.
Yes.
So then they end up going to the Red Rock Bar. They like move a fucking desk and a carpet.
Yeah.
And
basically the money is in a safe. So Wayne is the owner of the bar. I think I already said that.
Yeah.
He has an office in the back of the bar.
Yes.
So Nick Cage and Suzanne go into that office. They move the desk because apparently the safe is hidden in the floor underneath the desk.
Yes. Now she's having trouble with the safe.
Yeah, she can't.
So then she goes to explain the combination. It is the most insane.
Yeah, I thought so.
Technical combination. She's like left 42, right 47, left 2, right 56, left 37, and I'm like, how long is this fucking
keeps
combination?
going. Yeah, I was like, man.
Did we ever mention we switched seats because I'm really loud?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. I'm just so amped about that. So then Wayne shows up. Oh, because they go in there.
Yeah.
They open up the safe and they find out not a lot less money is in there.
correct.
Like some papers and shit like
Yeah.
that. So then they see that Wayne is pulling up.
Yeah, they hide in the
They
closet.
hide and they like, but they like
Trapped in the closet style.
Yes. I love that. It looks exactly like that because even like the
the light is
it
Yep.
looked
I was
identical.
waiting for that music to hit. Whoop. I like how I was thinking that. I'm like, how could I do this? And then bam, there he is.
Me in the closet of Nick Cage. Cherries. So they leave the safe kind of disheveled in a manner where these papers are sticking out.
Yes.
Because then when Wayne shows up, he looks
sees-
down and he sees the fucking paper sticking out of the safe.
Yeah.
So then while they're
hiding, he's like, this is weird. So he starts walking towards the closet thinking,
walk to the closet.
yeah. And then all of a sudden, knock.
Yep.
And there's Lyle. Right? Isn't it Lyle? No. It's
the deputies.
The deputies.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep, and they're like, oh, we found this in the guy in the hospital's pocket.
It's like, hey, bro, what's going on?
Right.
I thought we were BFFs.
And they're like, should like 1.9 million?
Yep.
Or should we say Kevin? At this point, I'm super confused.
Agreed.
Right.
Also confused.
At first, I'm like, call him Kevin.
Right.
I'm like, that's weird. But
Yes.
something must be going on.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. So while this is all going on, why is it at this point Suzanne's like, shh? Like,
Yeah.
I think he knows to be quiet.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Kevin!
We call him Wayne this whole time.
Wait, you mean Kevin? I know that guy.
So then did the officers?
They don't arrest him, but they take him away.
Right, they take him. They're like, because he's like, are you gonna arrest me? And they're like, well, we're gonna bring you in for questioning type thing.
Right.
They take him away.
Yep, and then they walk out of the closet, and then they look at the sheet of paper.
Wanted poster.
Right, and it says wanted Kevin and Ann McLeod.
And who is Anne?
Is Suzanne.
Boom.
And Kevin is Wayne.
Yes.
And they're wanted for embezzling 1.9 million
Yes.
from a steel mill
In Illinois.
Yes, in Illinois, which I was very proud because no one said Illinois.
True.
Everyone said it the correct way. I was pretty
good.
impressed.
Yeah.
So then I forget. Oh, so she's like, oh, we like the money's hidden away.
No, well, Nick Cage looks at it and he's like, hey,
Yeah.
well, let's explain this. And she's like, he was an accountant. He did it. I didn't know. He came
Right.
home one day
Yeah.
and just said we had to leave. So she's trying to play it off like she did nothing.
Right. So, and then one of my favorite parts on this, and I'm going to get away from the microphone. She's like, we can go to Mexico. And he's like, fuck Mexico.
I got written down. I'm like, Mexico.
And I had to rewind it because I don't know if you guys heard the echo that they put on it. It's like, fuck Mexico. Go. I'm like, wow, plate reverb there. So he's like, fuck Mexico.
See, this is the point where I'm thinking, how did Wayne / Kevin become sheriff and start a bar?
Because he bought all the votes. He was already working.
Right, I get that, but to hold office, to get election, you got to go through some rigorous background stuff. People are going to look into your past, don't you think?
Town, maybe not.
I guess it just seemed kind of weird.
Well,
but I guess so.
Suzanne says like, oh yeah, he bought everyone in town.
Yeah, I remember that.
Drink.
He wouldn't got my vote. Bought my own drinks. I don't use charity.
So then, after the whole fuck Mexico thing, the next best thing happens. They decided they're gonna leave, and as soon as Nick Cage opens the door, Dennis Hopper, Mike.
Yeah.
It's like Mike. Totally caught me off guard.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how he felt. Oh, my notes are running out. So that's right. So Dennis Hopper punches Nick Cage right in the face, and then
also a 1-punch KO.
Yeah. Yes. And then he's knocked out for a while. He's wakey.
Yeah.
Then it's like drinking whiskey, and then
at this point, from this point on, Dennis Hopper always has a bottle of liquor.
Yeah. No, Scotch. He's drinking Scotch.
Yes,
got a
you're right,
Scotch.
you're right.
Yes.
And
it's not a Scotch, man.
Yeah. You think you're better than me? You can drink with me?
You're right.
That kind of stuff.
Dennis Hopper shows up to. Oh, wait, no.
So this is where Dennis Hopper learns about the $500,000.
1.9 million.
No, it's all gone. There's only $500,000 left.
Oh yeah,
It's
you're
all
right.
that's left. So because you remember how big the house is, he bought the votes, that kind of thing. So there's only $500,000 left, and this is where.
So then it flips back to the police station. Wayne's in the jail cell.
Yes.
And then Dennis Hopper shows up.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
He doesn't show up at the police station yet, does he?
What do you mean?
Well, doesn't he bring Cage and a chick to the house?
Yeah, so they go to the abandoned house.
Yeah, because he's trying to empty the police station because he wants to break Wayne out. Because Wayne knows where the money is.
Yes. Yeah, so he's dumping all the liquor.
Yes.
On and then he lights the abandoned house on fire, and then while they're at the station, they're like, oh, the old residence is on fire. So and then there's this 5-minute scene of the guy calling volunteer.
Well, there's 2 deputies. One of them leaves. The other one stays and calls, like you said.
Right.
And then that's when what's his deal shows up.
Then Dennis Hopper, Lyle, shows up. Walks right in, blasts the dude right in the head.
And Wayne is screams no.
Wayne goes, Jesus. No.
Yeah.
Very Michael Scott.
Right. But why didn't Wayne do anything? Because he sees him walking in. Why didn't he do anything that whole time? Hey, he's gonna fucking shoot you in the head. He could have done something. But so then
deputy shot, and then this is right now where Wayne and Lyle are talking. They're like, Lyle's like, I know you got blah blah. You give me half, I let you out.
Yes.
And Wayne's like, okay, sure, let's do it.
Yeah.
And I want to get out of here. And that's when he takes him out, and then they're walking out. And Nick Cage is free at this point.
Yes.
Because he still had the chick's car keys, which had a pocket knife on them.
Right.
So during the drive, he cut his restraints loose. He's going to get her, and then Lyle and Wayne walk out, and
I don't know if we mentioned that. Basically, after Dennis Hopper 1-punch KO'd Nick Cage, he tied Suzanne and Nick Cage up. With them.
Yes.
Threw him in the back of his car to the police station.
Yeah. So now Wayne Lyle tells Nick Cage to drive.
Right.
He's like driving. This part is awesome. This part is awesome.
So they're driving, but then also the other cop who didn't get shot in the head and isn't dead.
Yeah, because something's going on here. Yeah.
So then he sees the car driving off. So now the cop is chasing the car that everyone else is in. And as they're trying to drive away, there's a train coming.
Yeah.
So then Dennis Hopper, like I forget, like he like steps on the accelerator.
Yeah.
And he's like trying to he's like, oh, we're gonna beat the train. There's no way they're gonna beat the train.
No.
Nope.
So then, who jerks the wheel to the side? Is it Nick Cage or?
I think so.
I thought it was Nick Cage.
Yeah,
He
Nick
jerks
Cage.
it up, and they're. Go ahead.
So Nick Cage jerks the wheel to the side, but then Dennis Hopper just starts yelling.
Yeah. He's losing.
He's the only one yelling though. He's just like, he's the only one. He's the only one yelling. Like everyone's just like, like if I could have that noise as like my ringtone.
Yes.
And then like amidst all this chaos, they hit a ramp.
Yeah.
And the ramp catapults them past the train.
Yes.
And
very like Fast and Furious style.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah. It's also at this point where Dennis Hopper keeps calling Wayne Wayner.
Right.
Yeah.
But the more he says it, the more it sounds like Wiener. He's like, get over here, Wiener. Why
did I put that? So in between loud yelling and the jump past the train, I put I miss 90s haircuts.
Who had a 90s haircut? She did. Lara Flynn Boyle. She had a 90s haircut.
You know what? The two cops did.
Yes. Yeah. They had that kind of like floof.
Yeah.
Very floof.
And one kind of had a mullet, didn't he?
Yes.
With the
one with the mustache.
Oh,
with the John Oates mustache.
Yeah.
So then while they're driving, like Dennis Hopper's drinking more whiskey or scotch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where he's like, "You think you're better than me?"
Right. Yeah. You go drink with me.
Did you see how like Dennis how Nick Cage drank it? He's just like,
Yeah.
I'm like, who the fuck takes a shot like that? So then, Wayne, the chief, he's just like, oh, you know, I'll take you to where the money is. So then.
It's a drive.
Right.
It's really right now.
Takes some time.
Yeah, it just takes some time. Because by the time they get to where they need to be, it's already dark.
Yes.
Right. The one thing, so like after they're driving away, I think they like pan back to like the police force. The one thing that I wrote a note of is one of the cops saying, oh, they're sending backup from Rollins. The reason I wrote that down is, so what? Quick side story here. So when I was on tour with Mayhem, our bus broke down in Rollins, Wyoming. Here's the thing, though. Why they mention Rollins, I have no idea. Rollins is like the smallest, like,
Really?
podunk town.
Wow.
I mean, we had a blast. I mean, we took over the bar. It was hilarious. Like they treated me like I was the fucking musician. Like, oh, this guy. Like they thought I was from Norway or some shit.
Oh, that's awesome.
We had a fucking blast. I mean, but yeah, like why they mention Rollins is like it's so weird. And there was like a town whore and stuff like that. I mess around with the town whore.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
So now they get to where they need to be. Now this is where Wayne's like cut off the lights.
Yes.
Right.
And they're like
the caretakers.
Yeah, they're like, why? The caretakers. Because where are they going?
To cemetery.
Boom.
So they drive to the cemetery. So then and then Nick Cage is the only one digging in the grave.
Which digging in a denim jacket seems very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it seemed horrible.
So then he finally hits it.
Which right now, Laura or Susanna or whoever her name is, Nick Cage passed off the keys to her without them seeing. So now she's in the back seat of the car trying to cut through the
key or the pocket knife.
Well, the pocket knife was on the keychain. Yeah.
So they finally get to the case full of money.
Yeah.
And so like Wayne is because like they're having like this whole debate.
Yeah, because Nick Cage is now kind of
he's off to the side. Wayne is putting in the combination.
Yes. Right. Well, before he opens it, he's like, I'll open it, but put your gun down.
Right.
To Dennis Hopper.
Right.
So Dennis Hopper's like, no. But then he finally relents and he takes the clip out kind of and puts the gun down.
Yep.
Walks away and is like, okay, go ahead. He's like, we're partners. Dennis Hopper the whole time is like, we're partners throughout all this.
Right.
Yep.
And then Wayne had a gun hidden in that case. So he's like, the jig's up.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, the money's mine. So then like he starts like, this is what I don't get though. So he starts like inching towards the car and he's like, give me the keys. And then whenever Dennis Hopper would walk towards him, he's like, stop moving. Give me the keys. And he starts walking. He's like, no. Give me the keys. And I'm like, well, what the fuck do you guys want to do?
And he's getting so upset at one point because he's like holding the gun, but then he's like, just stop moving.
He screams it super loud.
Right. So then he tosses the keys, but then they land on the ground.
Naturally.
This is another thing that pissed me off. So then as he's reaching on the ground, a knife pops out of Dennis Hopper's sleeve.
Okay, have you ever seen Taxi Driver?
Yes.
You know, when he makes stuff.
Yes.
Maybe he made one for a knife.
They should have showed that.
They should have. The only reason I think that it could be plausible is because Dennis Hopper seems to be an assassin type. Like he does this for a living.
Right.
He kills people. So
I mean, he is a hired killer.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he would have other weapons on him.
So knife pops out, throws it, and hits Wayne right in the throat.
Sharp knife. Because he just goes like, and it goes.
I mean, opposed to a non-sharp knife.
No, I mean super sharp. Because no, you gotta think. You ever thrown knives before?
Maybe.
Okay, I've thrown knives. I have thrown knives.
Think you're better than me?
Oh, yeah. So when you take a knife and I'll throw them into foam, like a foam padding, and then there's a plank behind it. Mm-hmm. So you throw the knife as hard as you can, but just also to make sure it hits perfectly. Mm-hmm. It will go through the foam, but it doesn't stick very hard in the wood unless you're giving it like some super oomph behind it. And the way that he threw it, he did not give it super oomph. So the knife probably would have like nicked him. It wouldn't have stuck in. And that's what I'm saying. The knife should have been super sharp. That's what I'm saying.
And it seemed like it was like deep in there. It's just like sticking out.
Exactly. Right. So it was a very like Hollywood knife throw.
I still think we should go battle axe throwing. They have bars that do that now.
That'd be awesome.
Bars that do that?
Yeah.
Oh, that seems like a terrible idea.
Well, so they have like non-drinking ones, and I think they have a couple drinking ones.
Well, we got to go to the drinking ones.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I've shown you my throwing knives, haven't I?
I don't think so.
Well, you'll be seeing it soon.
Want to see where my dad keeps his gun?
I could have done that.
Want to see my throwing knives? So then after he gets the knife to the throat, Wayne's just like, and he shoots off his gun.
Yeah.
And then as soon as that happens, the caretakers walk out the door.
Right out the door. Like they were waiting for a gunshot.
And here's what cracks me up though. The wife is like, that sounded like a gun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't most people say that sounded like a gunshot?
Yeah, I think
like
so.
Like like that sounded like a gun.
Yeah. It's like saying that sounded like a rifle.
That would be weird.
Yeah. So I get, it was weird.
Right.
But this part, I thought it was kind of tense. Didn't you? Like this whole I wasn't really sure who was gonna come out. Like
I heard that.
Who was gonna die?
Yeah, I didn't know what was gonna happen.
So I'm like, I thought that was kind of cool.
So then Nick Cage and Dennis Hopper start fighting and stuff like that. And then while that's going on, Wayne and Suzanne are fighting.
Yes.
Kinda.
Yeah, because he has a knife in his throat.
Yeah, so he doesn't have much. Because she's screaming, where are the keys? Where are the keys?
Right.
And he sees them. He takes them. And he kind of does a little chuck. Kind of like throws him a little bit.
Right. Then what? Does he just like die on his own accord?
No. He's still alive because the cops... When the cops roll up, he's still alive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right.
What's happening is Cage versus Lyle versus Dennis Hopper.
Right.
And so they're going at, and Dennis Hopper's winning. Like he's really going at him. But Dennis Hopper sees that there's it's a monument or tombstone to for a soldier.
Right.
And what it is, it's like one soldier on the ground and another one that looks like it was holding him up, but there's like a bayonet kind of sticking. So Dennis Hopper's thinking, I'm gonna plant him in this bayonet and boom, he's done.
Yeah.
Well, Nick Cage turns the tables.
Right.
Boom, Dennis Hopper in the bayonet.
Yes.
And then
So he's impaled.
Very like, I don't know about this.
Well, yeah, because he's impaled, and like Nicolas Cage is like lumbering over.
Yeah.
And like Suzanne's like, oh, who's that walking over? It's Nick Cage.
Well, before that, Nick Cage, before he impales him, Nick Cage turns around and goes, I am better than you.
Oh,
I'm like,
really? Yeah. I can just picture you sitting by yourself. Yeah, and then quiet down. So then, so Nick Cage's like walking away, and then Suzanne's like, oh, who's that rounding the corner? It's Nick Cage. But then here's Dennis Hopper, who just got impaled.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure he'd be like, if he like unimpaled himself, he'd like bleed out.
It wouldn't
Right.
stop.
I mean, like he got impaled like through his chest, like where his heart is basically.
Right,
Like,
yeah, and you didn't even see any blood on his chest when he came out. So I thought that was really, they didn't need to do that at all.
So
what should have happened, because she has a gun on Nick Cage, and I'm thinking, okay, here she goes. She's gonna, but no, she goes up. She sees Hopper behind
and shoots him 80 times.
Yeah. So the clip is done for that gun.
So then after that, they hear cops start pulling up. And they're like, Nick Cage's like, oh, head for the train.
Yeah.
And then, so they start booking him for the train.
Well,
he's hobbling.
He's waiting for her because I don't know. I forget what she was doing.
Oh, because she was looking, because she was like getting the money, but then she's like contemplating if she wants to grab the gun or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Does she end up taking it? I can't remember. I think that's right. She ends up taking the gun. So Nick Cage starts going because he's like hobbling. He knows he needs to go, and then she follows.
Right.
So he's hobbling this whole time.
Right.
And then once he gets to the train tracks, he's bolting. He's just flying.
Right.
So he goes from being hurt to just flying.
And Wayne is still on. He's like,
So the cops get to the cemetery. Yeah, and they would run up to Wayne, and Wayne is just pointing at the train.
Yeah.
Right.
With the knife still in his neck.
Yeah.
Which he's been alive the whole time with the knife in his neck. The only thing I can think of is it didn't hit a major artery, and because it wasn't pulled out, the blood's not coming out.
Right.
That's it.
Guess.
I don't know.
Well, like to have a knife in your throat.
Right. I'm trying
it's
to
deep
think.
enough where it's just like sticking out. Like,
yeah.
Come on now.
So
they're running for the train. Nick Cage gets on the train when she's running next to it, and he's like,
he says, "Throw the bag."
Yeah, he's like, give me the money, but then she's like, just throws it on the train.
Yeah.
Kind of like, like underlying subtlety, like showing that she doesn't trust him.
Right,
100% still. She just throws it behind him, like onto the train.
Yeah.
Grabs her hand. They both are on the train, and then like they're both like laying on the ground in the train, and they see the gun.
Yeah.
She grabs the gun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Points it at him, and it's like, okay, obviously she's like,
Yeah.
money's mine.
Yeah, exactly.
But then this is where it's also revealed that she shot the ranch hand / hunky boyfriend.
She shot him in the stomach.
When?
The only thing I can think of is it was at the when Nick Cage hit him. Like
Right. Shortly before that.
They must have been either driving together. They must have been driving together.
Oh.
They must have been because they weren't too far out of town.
So maybe he had been shot and then was trying to wave someone down
That's
because
what
he was
I'm
shot.
thinking.
That's what I think.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I get it.
So then, so she has the gun pointed at him, and then she goes to shoot him.
Well, Nick Cage starts walking. Does he start walking to the money now or after?
Oh,
I think he starts walking towards the money.
Yeah,
so
you're
she's got
right.
the gun. He has the bag of money. He opens it, he looks, and there's just
Money.
hundreds and $100 in there.
Right.
And then she takes it, and he's like, really, this is really what it's going to be, kind of thing. And she's like, you can tell she's kind of not sure, but that. So she goes and she goes to fire. And no bullets. And that's when the Cage is like, haha, no bullets.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so there's
Just
no
like
bullets.
that.
Yeah.
No bullets, and then like he grabs the money, and then he just starts dumping it outside the train. She's like, you stupid bastard.
Yeah, and then
he's like, you want it? Go get it.
yes, I have it. You want to go get it?
Yeah, and he throws her.
Just pushes her.
Right. And then the cops pull up behind her.
Yeah, right away.
Yes. And she's like, oh, shit.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I guess there was like one big wad of money that like stuck in the door.
Yeah.
And Nicolas Cage
takes it and he's like,
puts it in his inside pocket and he goes, adios, Red Rock.
Yeah. And
Credits.
Yeah.
The end.
There it is. Mm-hmm. There it is.
So. Any
no good trivia really.
Mm-hmm.
Trivia. Oh yeah, so the IMDb keywords for this movie: neo noir, which I agree. Surprise ending.
Really?
No.
No bullets.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I could see like the reveal, like, oh, they're actually like the bank robbers from Illinois, or not bank robbers, steel mill embezzlers from Illinois.
right.
Like that's kind of like, oh, he's not Wayne, he's Kevin. Like that's kind of a surprise, but impaled.
Yeah.
This one's weird. Color in title. It's Red Rock West.
Okay.
So that's all right. And criminal. So that's it's
Criminal.
Yes.
Criminal.
The actual tagline for the movie is "Where nothing is as it seems." Which that just seems so vague and general. Like,
I don't like that at all.
I feel like it needs to be something more like, who can you really trust? It's just like backstabbing on backstabbing. So it's like, I don't know. That's what I'm going with my answer.
All right, let me think.
Who can you really trust?
Red Rock West.
Bluestone East.
This is a hard one to think of for like a different tagline. It's like I'm trying to think of something where it's like Red Rock West. Because he had so many chances to leave.
Right.
It's like Red Rock West.
Well, he did leave.
Yeah.
He just kept coming back.
Yeah. Just stay gone. There's something.
Red Rock West. You'll always come back.
Yeah. Seriously. Oh. There it is.
Red Rock West, home of the Comfort Inn.
Fuck Mexico.
Red Rock West. God, I love tequila.
Did you say the box office?
Budget was $8 million. Your guess of the box office? It did not do well again.
Jesus.
Wow. I'd say 5 million.
10.
2.5.
What? How did he keep making movies? I'm glad he did.
Yeah, after I saw it, I was like, how does he keep getting roles?
Yeah.
These are not doing well.
It's definitely got to be his name and his family. Because these are not good. But, well, the only thing I think of, because he did do Raising Arizona, which was pretty big.
Yeah.
You know, so I guess he must have been still rolling off of that.
I guess.
I don't know.
I'm gonna guess our top 3 is still similar to last week's.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, but for people who didn't listen to last week's episode, I would still say, I'm gonna see if I can actually put it in order. Because before I was like, top 3, whatever.
Right.
Then we could always do top 5, maybe.
Yeah.
I should have wrote down what my top 3 were. I don't remember.
I would. I think Vampire's Kiss is number 1 for me.
I remember.
Vampire's Kiss.
Yeah.
Amos and Andrew, Firebirds. Amos and Andrew and Firebirds is very close for me.
Right.
But Vampire's Kiss I fucking love.
Go ahead.
I'd say Vampire's Kiss.
Good.
Valley Girl.
Weird.
Firebirds. Okay. I just say Valley Girl because that's the first movie when you get shown Nicolas Cage.
What's the standout scene from Valley Girl?
The shower scene.
Shower scene.
Where he's
in that and he's just doing the faces and he's like watching them like do the weird stuff. I'm just like, it's so ridiculous.
All right.
That's what really.
You like Valley Girl because of all the boy talk.
I do. Yeah, I do. You got me.
In ascending order, I guess it would go Boy in Blue. Fuck, I forgot what my second choice was. Boy in Blue.
You did you say Amos and Andy?
I did.
So Boy in Blue, Amos and Andy, and
No. It'll go. Oh, really? I guess it'll go. I guess it'll go. Boy in Blue. Deadfall? No, Amos and Andy. Deadfall.
Okay. Wow.
So I feel like Deadfall really drops off once. Spoiler alert!
It does.
Nick Cage dies.
It does.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll go.
That's why I can't have Deadfall even in my top 5.
Actually, I'm gonna say when Nick Cage dies in quotes because he comes back in Arsenal. So not
maybe
really
I'll go.
spoiler.
So maybe I'll go. Amos and Andrew. Deadfall. Boy in Blue.
What's your favorite scene in Boy in Blue? Or like, what's your standout like line or like what's the
catcher?
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, I don't know. Boy in Blue is pretty enjoyable.
See, I feel like
okay, really quick. I think probably the best villain out of all of these has been what's his name? Chappie.
no, it was like
look in your fucking notes.
It's like
Boy in Blue.
not Trickster.
Trippet.
That's it.
Well, yeah, I don't have that down. I just have Bill.
Trippet, yeah.
Yeah.
Trippet's been like the best bad guy.
See, that's I feel like Boy in Blue, the like first half is kind of like meh.
Yeah.
But then the second half, when it turns into like a Rocky, like I need to train,
Right.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
But that first half is just like same thing with Deadfall, where it's like once first half is awesome with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, exactly
Then
what
once
it
he dies,
is.
it's like meh.
Yeah.
So Vampire's Kiss is just nutty all the way around.
Yeah. Okay. What's
Oh, yeah, how's
yes.
the beer?
I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it.
It's the cherry.
You don't taste.
It reminds me of like cherry cough syrup.
Yes.
Which I'm like,
but not like a horrible cherry coffee. You get a hint of it, but I mean, I'd still would drink it again. I would.
I don't know if I would drink more than a glass.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm on the same page. It's
Okay.
good,
Yeah.
but I mean, I couldn't have multiples, which I mean,
Well, no, I don't like. I would buy it again, but I wouldn't like drink it all night. That
Yes.
kind of thing.
Okay.
I couldn't
Okay.
drink it all night.
Yeah.
But like, say like a couple weeks from now, yeah, I'd pick it up again. Yeah, it'd be one of those kind of things. But not for my like myself, like a whole pint. No,
Right.
Like to share. I would share
that
with
is a
somebody.
pint?
This is a pint. Yeah.
Oh.
So. Yeah, one bad.
Vamp, because I need to look up what the next movie is.
oh shit.
God,
Sorry.
So the important thing is to eat your vegetables.
That or think of a new sign off. Because as the listeners and viewers know,
Bippity boop is getting real old.
the very first episode, Brand just said bippity boop, and we decided to go with that for 14 episodes.
Yeah,
so we need to.
What's the Shaq movie? Kazam.
Kazam.
Just start yelling Kazam.
Kazam. I don't like
We
that
gotta do it
one.
like Shaq. Kazam.
I'm Shaq. I believe the Earth's flat.
Does he really?
Does he?
You guys didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of surprised me, but
I hope people listening, some of them are like, believe the Earth's flat. I'm like, oh, dislike. Oh.
The Earth is flat.
actually kind of exciting. Not really. Depends who you are. Next episode is Guarding Tess.
Ooh.
I've never seen Guarding Tess, but
I like
The
it.
one after that, it could happen to you.
yes. Have you ever seen it?
I think so, yes, but I couldn't tell you anything about it, but it sounds very familiar.
I've seen it many times.
Okay.
Like, I probably
Wait,
only
is
seen it.
this the one with the lottery ticket?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I've seen this, but I couldn't really tell you anything besides the lottery ticket. I don't know. It's been so long. I'm like a grandpa.
Yeah, I feel like the last time I saw it was on a VHS tape.
Yeah,
so.
that's probably right.
We had it on
right.
VHS, that's why.
Yeah. Ooh. I'm looking forward to the new movies.
So next week is what? Guarding Tess.
Guarding
Yes.
Tess, okay?
And we still don't have a sign
We
off.
will have a sign
No,
off.
so, all right. Challenge. Come up with a sign off right now. But to make it more fun, you have to stare at the camera. So, Brand, that's yours.
Okay,
Brian, that's yours. This is
before I
mine.
stare. I'm thinking before I stare.
So, I don't care how good it is. It's probably going to be terrible. Mine is terrible because I have no ideas right now. That's why I'm just going to keep on talking.
Let me think.
It just it's something maybe Nick Cage related, maybe. You know, just something to, you know, let fans know what you. Something to entice fans, like,
Remember the Batman series with
The
same
TV,
bat time, same bat channel,
right.
same cage time, same cage channel.
That's awful.
Yeah.
You just can't steal one.
you can't just switch your word.
Stealing it. That's mine. I looked and I said,
If it's catchy, like, is that camera still going? Okay, awesome. So it's gonna be something like, oh no, technical difficulties.
Fuck.
God, Bippity Boop was so easy, wasn't it?
It really was.
Well, I guess it's just not even real words.
There it is.
We got, it's gotta be catchy, like fill up with rage. This is Nick Uncaged or something stupid. Like,
All right, that's the second one. Go ahead.
they're waiting for
I
it.
know.
Do it.
Uncaged. What are uncaged?
You're just trying to think of words that rhyme.
Despite all my rage, I'm still Nick Uncaged.
Take care of your dog's mange. This is Nick Uncaged.
Okay.
Your father's estranged. This is Nick Uncaged.
We'll figure it out
Yeah.
one of these times.
Bye.
Hey, this is Brian.
Chris.
Brandon, if you're watching us on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Hit it. You will see us. You will like us. You will listen. You will watch us.
Oh, this got really aggressive. And we hope to see you then. Bye-bye.